If you take the time to listen, it will radically shift your healing. Welcome back to the Against the Herd. I am your host, Armando Cruz, and today we close out season one. Man, it's been a wild ride, and we've gone from pain to purpose, from setbacks to comebacks, from the lies that we've been sold to the truth that actually frees us. Whether you've been here since episode one or you just found this podcast, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. This is your space. This is your resistance. And today, I want to do something special. I want to pull on the thread, that thread, and basically take all the conversations of season one, and I want to share with you um, how these powerful conversations, stories, and moments that we've shared and take them and make them like a field guide of sorts, a map of going against the herd and come out stronger on the other side. Let's start with how we kick it all off, right? So when we began, first episode was pain is not the problem, is it is the messenger. So in episode one, I told the story how one of my clients spent 5 years chasing knee pain with braces, with creams, with cortisone. Nothing worked because no one ever really like peeled back the layers as to why it was hurting. What was at the root cause that led to all of this? You see, pain isn't something to just eliminate. It's something to listen to. And I know that sounds odd because it's so contrary to what we've been conditioned to do. But it truly is, if you take the time to listen, it will radically shift your healing. That was echoed when we listened to Kirsten Rincon's interview. The moment that she realized her body wasn't broken, it was responding to the environment that was completely out of sync. Her healing started the moment her space did. Think about that. That shift in her space, in her environment, radically shifted her ability to heal. Your body isn't betraying you, it is trying to get your attention. So if you feel pain, remember, this isn't your body holding you hostage, though it may feel that way. It's just trying to get your attention. We moved on from there, and Alex Bartle shared something on vision stacking and how identity and vision are not static, but they're actually layered. You layer them on layer by layer, piece by piece. He shared how shifting his health transformed the way he led his business and his family. Valeria Rodriguez, she was literally shot in the chest and came back even stronger. If you haven't listened to that one, that is mind blowing. All the things she went through. She rebuilt her identity after trauma, not by forgetting what happened, but by integrating it into who she became. And I think it's kind of remembering that you're not who you were before your setback. You are who you become after it. You're not going back to the person you were. You're no longer that person. You're building up and you're creating an enhanced version of you because of these setbacks. So you don't bounce back, you rebuild forward. And if you can take that from your experiences, from your setbacks, you're going to be that much stronger. Alex Gonzalez said it best with his threshold anchors. He used smells, he used location, music, lighting, cues to shift his emotional state after rupturing his Achilles that really impacted his life in a severe way. Um, your nervous system, as I think about this, your nervous system is always scanning. It's scanning for safe or unsafe, safe or unsafe. And healing starts when the answer is safe. So if your brain is picking up the signal of unsafe, whether it's poor breathing mechanics, dehydration, poor sleeping, uh, unsafe environment, internally or externally, healing is not going to happen, or it's going to be radically slowed down. So sometimes the most radical act of self-care is not another supplement. It can be something like cleaning your room, walking barefoot on the grass, or just shutting off the noise. Man, there's so much noise, so much distraction. You can't heal in the chaos that broke you. That was a quote, and I forgot who said it to me. And when I heard it, I was like, man, that is so powerful. You can't heal in the same chaos that broke you. Um, yeah, I mean, I just want you to let that marinate. Let that marinate because too often the thinking is that we need to return to the person that we were. And the truth is that person has sailed. That person is no longer available. In fact, that person didn't go through what you just went through. So you're selling yourself short. Um, James Drake, the interview with him, uh, reminded us that you can deadlift 300, 400 pounds, but be spiritually bankrupt. He tied faith to performance. And look, it's not just believing in God, but believing in something bigger than you, than your ego. In episode two, three, four, in episode four, I shared that faith grounds you. And then we talked about focus, how focus sharpens you. And then fuel is not just nutrition, but it's what allows your mind, your heart, your schedule to really flourish. So many people end up chasing hacks when in reality what we need is alignment. Faith, how do we put this? Um, when we're talking about faith, I think one of the conversations or when I was speaking with James said something along the lines like faith is the root that grounds us. Focus is the blade that cuts through the noise, and fuel is the fire that propels us. And so let's rewind on that one for a second because I want to make sure that that didn't just go over. Faith is the root that grounds us. Focus is the blade that cuts through the noise, and fuel is the fire that propels us. Coach Doug Souls, one of the greatest high school cross country coaches ever, dropped a masterclass on his interview. I think it was episode 13, episode 13 on one of the things that he talked about were the non-negotiables. He didn't just build fast athletes, he built resilient boys and girls, men and women, by expecting more, believing in what was possible when others couldn't see it. I mean, he went from a dominant school in Great Oaks in California, won 14 state championships. I don't know how many national championships, and then moved to Utah, different place, different people, different culture. And in 2 years, he was able to create another national caliber team. And something that he said, the biggest difference between average and exceptional is the consistency over the time. And so he trained his runners to suffer together for their goals. And suffering like gets a bad rap. And You know, when you have a goal, he talked about like creating goals or he goes, when he started, he I'm at a loss for words at the moment. Give me a second. So when he began coaching, he said that he would impart his goals on his athletes. And over the many years that he's been coaching, he's realized that not only will he get better results, he gets better buy-in when his athletes, his top 16, set the goals for the season. And then he helps guide them on how to get there. And so they're willing to bleed, sweat, cry together. They're willing to share that suffering, and it creates this depth, this connection like nothing else. It's what truly makes teams and tribes unstoppable. So that's true for the runners, it's true for families, and it's true for you. So we're here. This is episode 15. And if there's one thing I hope you take from this season is how do I put this? If there's one thing I hope you take from this season is this. You're not crazy for wanting something more, wanting something deeper. You're not weak for being in pain. You're not wrong for asking, there has to be another way because there is another way. It's not found in the mainstream. It's not found in a magic pill. It's not found with another hack. It's in your story. It's in your spirit. It's in creating the systems. It's in the environment, surrounding yourself with the right people, asking the who, not how. The who will get you much better answers and much better progress than the how. A lot of times people get stuck. And this community, this against the herd community, it's just beginning. But it in these 15 episodes, so much growth has happened. And I want to encourage you, if you haven't listened to them all, go back to day one and listen to them all. Season two is coming out, and I'm excited that it's gonna be more real, more raw. Uh, the resistance will be felt. But for now, take what's resonated, re-listen to it, share the episodes that really like shocked you or lit you on fire, like got you thinking in ways like never before. I share this because action is what solidifies these things in our mind and in the way we do things. So, um, take what's resonated and share it and put it to practice. With that, I want to leave you with you are not broken. You've just been conditioned by a system that profits from your pain. And if you haven't realized that by now, hopefully this has opened your eyes. You are not alone. You are against the herd. I've been Armando Cruz, and I'll see you on season 2.